Dear students, myself Lakshman Kale, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Hadiyar. My subject is Income Tax Law and Practice. First, BCom 5th semester, Karnataka University syllabus. So I am going to teach you a last unit, profits and gains from business and profession. So this is 49th session, computation of income from business through a practical problem. After learning this class, you are able to understand how to compute income from business through a practical problem independently. You will develop the skills for calculation of income from business. So, from the following profit and loss account of a merchant, compute his gross total income for the assessment year 2020-21. On debit side of profit and loss account, to salaries and wages 25,000, to office rent 1,200, to general expenses 4,000, to car expenses 2,400, to stationery 200, to postage and telegrams 500, to advertisement 300, to wealth tax 2,000, to municipal tax paid on house property 600, to advance income tax 1,500, to household expenses 10,000, to loss by embezzlement 1,000, to interest on bank loan 900, to repairs 1,000, to provision for doubtful debts 1,400, to depreciation 3,000, to net profit 1,30,000. On credit side, by gross profit 1,77,000, by rent from house property 6,000, by interest on post office saving bank deposit 500, by interest on debentures 1,500. Total of profit and loss account 1,85,000 both side. Additional information is general expenses includes rupees 1,500 spent on permanent signboard. Half of the car expenses pertain to personal use. Repairs includes rupees 200 relating to house property. Depreciation as per the prescribed rates amounts to rupees 3,900, include rupees 1,000 on car. So we need to compute gross total income for the assessment year in the given problem. Before computation of gross total income, we need to compute income of all the heads separately. Then we need to aggregate all the heads of incomes. So total income is called gross total income. First we need to calculate income from business. Then we need to calculate income from house property. Then we need to calculate income from other source. After aggregating this, the total income is called gross total income. I am going to teach you how to compute the income from business. First we need to take net profit as per the profit and loss account. Then we need to add inadmissible or disallowable or not permissible expenses which are debited to profit and loss account, which are categorized into 4 classification. One is personal expenditure, then second capital expenditure, third expenditure related to other heads, then fourth general items. One by one we will see. First, personal expenditures. The following are the items which are comes under personal expenses, like salary to partners, interest on capital, drawings or domestic expenses or household expenses, income tax paid, wealth tax paid, gift tax paid, then car expenses for personal use, rent for the residence of the owner, any personal payment. If these are debited to profit and loss account, these are in personal expenses, so which are disallowable as per the income tax law, which are added back to net profit. Second category of disallowable expenses is capital expenditures. For example, expenses incurred for the purchase of furniture, machinery, motor vehicle, etc., loss and sale of assets, then expenditure in connection with purchase of any assets, then expenditure incurred for the purchase of books and surgical equipments. These are all comes under capital expenditure. Such capital expenditure which are debited to profit and loss account, these are inadmissible or disallowable, which are added back to net profit. Third category of disallowable expenses is expenses related to other heads of income like municipal tax paid, repairs and collection charges in respect of house property, collection charges in respect of income from other source. If these expenses debited to profit and loss account are given additional information which are disallowed or inadmissible, which are added back to net profit. Then fourth category is disallowable expenses is general items like any reserve or any provisions, then gifts and presents in personal nature, then difference in trial balance, then excess gratuity paid, mistake in calculation, then excess depreciation charged. Excess depreciation charge or depreciation we need to consider separately. These are all disallowable expenses. We are added back to net profit. So we add all four category of inadmissible expenses to net profit. After adding this, so resulting figure we need to deduct. So incomes chargeable under other heads and exempted incomes. So incomes chargeable under other heads like income from house property, sale of asset, profit on sale of asset, interest on debenture, interest on government securities, interest on bank deposits, winnings from lotteries, winnings from crossword puzzles, winnings from horse races, so winnings from betting and gambling, etc. These are all incomes related to other heads of income. Such incomes which are credited to profit and loss account, or if it is mentioned in the additional information, such incomes are deducted or subtracted from the given or resulting figure. Then less exempted incomes like interest on post office saving bank account is fully exempted. In case of single account holder 3,500 and joint account holder 7,000. Then agriculture income received in India is fully exempted. Then any share of income received from the partnership firm, any share of income received from the Hindu undivided family, then any maturity insurance policy amount received, then refund of income tax, then bad debts recovered, disallowed earlier or previously taxed. These are all exempted incomes which are credited to profit and loss account. These are deducted from the aggregate value. So from that aggregate value again we deduct depreciation chargeable as per the rule 32. After deducting the depreciation chargeable as per the rule 32, resulting figure is called income from business. Then we need to calculate income from other heads like house property, income from other source, then capital gains. Then we need to add all the heads of incomes like income from business, income from house property, income from other source, capital gains. Aggregate income is called gross total income. In given problem, we need to take first, we need to compute income from business first. We need to take net profit as per the profit and loss account. Given problem 1,30,000, add inadmissible expenses like wealth tax 2,000, personal expenditure disallowed, municipal tax of house property 600, this is expenses related to other head disallowed, advance income tax 1,500, it is related to personal expenditure disallowed, household expenses 10,000, this is personal expenditure disallowed, provision for doubtful debts 1,400, this is general item disallowed, depreciation considered separately 3,000 disallowed, car expenses, so personal use half of the car is personal used, so 1,200 is disallowed. Cost of permanent signboard included in the general expenses, it is a capital expenditure 1,500 is disallowed. Repairs of house property, this is the expenditure related to other heads, so it is disallowed rupees 200. Total inadmissible expenses is 21,400. We need to add net profit as per the profit and loss account 1,30,000. Aggregate value is 1,51,400. This is the resulting figure. From this resulting figure, we need to deduct or less incomes chargeable either under other heads or exempted. Rent from house property, it is income from house property. So this is deducted from the aggregate or resulting figure rupees 6,000. Interest on debenture, it is taxable under the head of income from other source. So such income is deducted 1,500. Then interest on post office saving bank account 500. This is exempted income. We need to deduct all incomes chargeable either other heads or exempted income. Total aggregate value 8,000. We need to deduct from 1,51,400 minus 8,000. Resulting value is 1,43,400. Less depreciation allowable 3,900. So rupees 1,000 depreciation on car is, so half of the car is personal use. So 1,000 on half of the proportion amount is disallowed. So 3,900 minus 500, 3,400 only depreciation allowable as per the rule 32. So 1,43,400 minus depreciation allowable as per the rule 32, 3,400. Income from business is 1,40,000. Then we need to compute income from house property second head. Let out property. So its rental value is 6,000 less municipal tax 600. Difference resulting figure is called annual value 5,400 less standard deduction under section 24 at 30%, 1,620. So income from house property is 3,780. Then third head is income from other source. So amongst that, interest on debenture is taxable income under the income from other source 1,500. We need to aggregate one by one. Income from business 1,40,000, then income from house property 3,780, then income from other source 1,500. This is aggregate value is called as gross total income. This is the step we need to follow. So computation of gross total income for the assessment year 2020-21. So after that, we need to mention important notes which are relevant to computation of gross total income, like number 1, proportionate amount of car expenses and depreciation on it are disallowed as they pertain to personal use. Number 2, cost of permanent signboard is not allowed as it is capital expenditure. Number 3, loss by embezzlement is treated as incidental to the business and is allowed. Number 4, interest on post office saving bank account is fully exempt under section 10 subsection 15. So I hope you are understanding how to compute gross total income for the assessment year 2020-21 from computation of income from business through a practical problem. Thank you for watching this video.